What's up, everybody? Okay, well, let's talk about this Vince McMahon situation, and this sort of the Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins situation. Why I think it was so many things wrong with it, and even the build-up was a little bit questionable. Whether they put enough in at the end, even though they seemingly did have a decent build. But before I do that, I just want to tell everybody that, I had a little trouble with my P.O. box a little while back. And one of the reasons why if you send me something in my P.O. box, you may get it back because I didn't have the money in the account to charge for the new 8 months of the P.O. box or whatever. So you may be getting your package back. I'm sorry if that happened. You can send it back to me if you want, or, just keep it. I don't know what to tell you. Unfortunately, my P.O. box hadn't renewed for a while, and I didn't know about it. And I just didn't have the money to spend a couple $100 to reopen it. And so, yeah, you may get a package back. Although I did see that there are 4 packages that I did get that the post office did hang on to. So that's good. I assume they sent the bigger stuff back. So that got reopened today, which was still a pain in the ass to do that. But I just had to do it. So that's just a little service announcement for all you guys. For the rest of you people, if you want to send something to me in the future, it should work at least up until July at my P.O. box, and the number is down below, and then we'll do an opening and whatever else that we usually do. So going into this Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is reportedly furious with the TLC match from Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. And I honestly fell asleep during AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. I know that it was probably a decent match. I just didn't watch it. I just don't even care. I know that's crazy. I think that's crazy. If you told me that I would turn off a Daniel Bryan AJ Styles match, I mean, I didn't turn it off, but I fell asleep and I woke up right after it. And then I saw Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. And I saw them selling the Seth Rollins knee injury again. Like, why is it always that this guy's knee? It's like, I know that he had a surgery, but it's like every time he has a big match, the knee. Is it that bad? I didn't know it was that bad. Is this going to be his whole career is going to be built around, oh no, that knee injury's back? Is he Lex Luger with the metal plate in his arm? Even that only lasted about a year for Lex Luger, I think. Maybe 2. Maybe it was mentioned a couple times in the future at some point, and I don't know. But so there's problem number 1 was the build was wishy-washy. Sometimes it was great. Other times it was bad. Some people question whether they should have been involved with each other the night of the go-home show on Raw, as opposed to Rollins doing whatever he did in that TLC preview match with Baron Corbin. I thought it was fine what WWE did there and having Dean come out at the end. I thought it was okay. But definitely interest was dropped a little bit in the match. That match went from being like the most interesting to dropping to, at least the women were on last because that was the thing I was interested in the most, so it made sense. But yeah, so between the suicide dives that they do a million times every match, between the selling of the knee injury that's apparently always going to plague Seth Rollins when it comes to a big match situation, the match was just boring. And it was boring because it felt like it should have been a blood feud. It felt like it should have been Austin versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. Instead, it looked like a Raw. It looked like Monday Night Raw is what it looked like. It looked like a Monday Night Raw match is what I saw. I just don't understand what they're doing here. And maybe it was so it probably was so that it wouldn't overshadow the other matches. But if that's the case, why is Vince McMahon angry then? What are you angry about? Be angry at yourself. You should have made it a ladder match, you idiot. This should have been, instead of Bobby Lashley and Elias hanging a stupid guitar or whatever happened in the pre-show, in the middle of the show, of the TLC show, you should have had Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in a ladder match, and that would have been fun. They probably could have done all kinds of stuff with the ladder. And then you would have the women's match come on at the end of the night, And then maybe Dean and Seth would have stole the show, or maybe they would have been on the equal grounds with the women. I don't know. But instead, it felt like something was missing. Not only did it feel lackluster, but it also felt like the match just wasn't. It didn't equal the build, if there was a build even. Just, man, WWE just ruins everything. They fail 100%. And on top of that, Renee Young's commentary is awful. I hate Renee Young. I literally don't like her anymore. I liked her on the pre-show. She's amazing on the pre-show. Similar to how Brian Saxon is a good backstage interviewer. Brian Saxon, great backstage interviewer. Brian Saxon on commentary, garbage. Renee Young, great analyst, but horrible commentator. And the commentary total with Corey Graves and Michael Cole was abysmal either way. The whole thing was abysmal. So when you add the fact that Seth is selling the knee injury, again, why, I don't know, versus Dean Ambrose, they don't have a stipulation, just the Intercontinental belt's on the line. Why didn't you hang the belt from the... That would have been awesome. To hang the Intercontinental Championship, and my only guess is that it would overshadow the women, but if that's the case, why is Vince McMahon upset about the match sucking? So you got the knee sell that like we've seen a million times. The match goes really nowhere for the most part. Feels like a Monday Night Raw match. The commentary is just garbage, and there's no stipulation of a ladder or something. So those are all the reasons why I hated the match, and I wanted to fall asleep all over again last night. I thought TLC was a 4 out of 10. I felt anybody who gave this show over a 5 is out of their minds. I thought it was all very boring. It was 12 matches of torture. 12 days of Christmas, this was the 12 matches of torture. Too many matches. Too many matches. I would say that most matches were okay. 5 matches maybe were solid. And 2 or 3 matches were good. That does not equal a 6, 7, 8, or 9, or 10 even out of 10 to me in a show. I would say 5 out of 10, but I'm giving it a 4. Now tonight, McMahon, here he comes to shake things up. But most likely here he comes to just announce a draft to where they shuffle around the same lame WWE superstars over again like they do all the time and do nothing. What you really need to do is not shake things up. You need to blow up every single idea that you have. You need to course correct the entire show. You need to start from scratch. You need to rip the script up and throw it out. You can't just shuffle around a new digital set and think everything's okay again now and have a draft. That's not going to work. Yeah, it'll work for a few weeks. Oh, it's cool. I see different people facing each other. But after a few weeks and we start to realize it's the same writing and decision making, you know what you're going to be stuck with? The same thing again. Because here we are on the 3rd or 5th shake-up. I want there to be a blood feud. Stephanie and Shane, and there's going to be... I want you to fight like you did when you were kids. Like, I mean... Meanwhile, both Raw and SmackDown are just plugging each other because you can't have a blood feud when you desperately need to plug each other's show so the ratings are up a little bit on either show. You can't do it. You need both brands. You certainly need Raw because how Raw goes, so does SmackDown. If you have a piss-poor Raw, 200,000 people decide they're not watching SmackDown. And more. Good luck, Fox. Fox wants over a 3.1 or whatever it is in the ratings. You're out of your minds, Fox. You are out of your minds. Have you seen this product? Have you seen this product? I don't think Fox watches the product. I think Fox is living in delusional land. I think Fox might be living in Wonderland. I think Fox might run into Alice on their way down the LSD trip in the mushroom hole. Because this is not going to be what you thought it was. But maybe it will be. I don't know. These people have put billions on the line and didn't study something? What were they thinking? What are they thinking? I don't know. What's Vince McMahon going to say tonight? Probably garbage. He did it the last 5 times. And then the last time we saw Vince McMahon, wasn't he out there in the dance party? Last time Vince was here was Not that long ago, actually, to be honest, and he came out and just did a dance party, and we were excited for that, too, and that's how that show went. Come on out, Vince, and shake things up. It ain't gonna work unless you shake your ass on out of the company yourself. Garbage. Monday Night Raw is tonight. I don't know what to tell you people. I don't know what to tell anybody. It's going to suck. But anyway, patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show for bonus content, guys. I got stuff up there. Me and Leah's podcast is on episode 4. Whole bunch of other stuff. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And if you want my P.O. Box, it's down in the description box all the way down below. And hit me up on Twitter at CorruptedPOD. I'll see you tonight after Monday Night Raw. Here's some other videos that you might have missed. Check them out, binge watch, and enjoy. Goodbye.